Hi, everyone. My name is Patty Austin, a quality improvement specialist with Quality Insights, and I would like to welcome you to part one of our four-part microlearning series on quality assurance and performance improvement, better known as QAPI. This session will introduce the foundational principles of QAPI and spark meaningful conversation about your facility's QAPI journey. Whether you're new to QAPI or an experienced pro, these 15 minutes aim to elevate your facility's approach to quality improvement. Today, we'll focus on understanding the core elements of a QAPI program. As you follow along, think about where your facility stands in integrating QAPI into its culture. Remember, creating lasting cultural change takes effort, intention, and teamwork. To bring these concepts to life, we'll also showcase a role-playing demonstration on how QAPI principles can be applied in real-world scenarios. This will help you to envision practical steps for enhancing quality and performance in your own facility. In this episode, we will provide an overview of QAPI with a special focus on the role of governance and leadership and design and scope of a QAPI plan. Future episodes will explore additional QAPI fundamentals in more detail. So let's get started. Many of us have been using QAPI for years as part of our regulatory requirements. But take a moment to reflect. What do your QAPI meetings really look like? If your team is primarily gathering and reporting data from the previous month, it might be time to rethink your approach. This isn't how QAPI was truly intended to work. As we move forward, consider this. How can you transform your current practices to focus on meaningful change? What adjustments could you make to better impact the outcomes you hope to achieve? QAPI is not just about reviewing the past. It's about driving continuous improvement. Let's embrace that mindset and take the next step toward a more effective and dynamic QAPI process. A powerful yet underutilized resource for evaluating your facility's QAPI plan is the QAPI self-assessment tool from QAPI at a Glance. It's easily accessible through the CMS website or via the link on this slide. This 4-page tool helps to assess your progress across 23 different areas. Honest and thoughtful completion of this tool is key. Take a comprehensive view of your facility. Try to look beyond the management team's skill set or where you think you should be and consider the true state of QAPI within your facility. This tool offers valuable insights into your current QAPI program and highlights opportunities for improvement. Every facility is at a different point in their QAPI journey. Responses to the self-assessment may range from, QAPI, I think they meet quarterly, but I'm not sure what they do in those meetings, the whole way through, you know what, we live and breathe root cause analysis and plan, do, study, act cycles. We have got QAPI mastered. Wherever your facility falls on that spectrum, remember, QAPI is an ongoing process. It's about growth and continuous improvement, not reaching a finish line. Think of it like learning to drive. At first, it might feel awkward and a little bit overwhelming, but with practice, it becomes second nature and opens new horizons. The same applies to QAPI. With time and effort, it will feel natural and lead to meaningful improvement. If your focus has slipped, don't worry. Getting back on track is a lot easier than you might think. At its core, QAPI is built on 5 key elements. Embracing these will guide your facility around that first bend toward QAPI proficiency. The first building block, design and scope, is pretty comprehensive. It addresses all aspects of care and operations within your community. It's evidence-based and grounded in best practices. It does require a written, structured plan to guide your efforts. This foundation ensures that your QAPI program is far-reaching and impactful, setting the tone for success. The second building block is leadership, which drives the success of your QAPI program. Leadership ensures that adequate resources, such as time, staff, and tools, are available. It provides training to build staff skills and ensures long-term sustainability of QAPI initiatives. Most importantly, leadership fosters a culture of safety, quality, and respect. It empowers all team members to engage and contribute. Strong leadership is the true cornerstone of a thriving QAPI program. The third building block is data feedback and monitoring. Data is the foundation for setting realistic and measurable goals. Feedback ensures that the team stays aligned and it identifies opportunities for improvement. And monitoring tracks your progress, ensuring that your goals are met while supporting long-term sustainability. Effective use of data and continuous feedback loops drive informed decision-making and lasting success. The fourth building block is performance improvement projects, otherwise known as PIPs. PIPs are essential to your QAPI efforts. They focus on targeted areas to drive meaningful improvement. Each project is an opportunity to engage the team, solve problems, and create lasting change. Remember that a well-planned PIP lays the groundwork for sustained progress. The fifth building block is systematic analysis and systemic action. Success relies on systematically identifying root causes using tools like the 5 whys. That means having a process in place that allows you to identify issues and create meaningful improvement. Following that up with structured approaches like plan, do, study, act cycles or PDSA cycles to implement and sustain those improvements. These efforts should address systemic changes, aiming not only for improvement, but also for identifying any unintended impacts across all affected systems. By integrating these practices, your facility builds a foundation for lasting success and continuous growth. Developing a strong QAPI program begins with understanding the regulatory requirements under Federal Regulation 865. This regulation mandates a documented, data-driven approach centered on improving outcomes, enhancing quality of life, and respecting resident choice. F865 requires that facilities address all systems of care, collect feedback, monitor adverse events, and apply structured tools to ensure sustainable improvements. Compliance with this regulation not only ensures adherence, but also strengthens your facility's quality initiatives. You'll notice that 865 specifically integrates Element 1, Design and Scope, and Element 2, Governance and Leadership, reinforcing the foundation of a successful QAPI program. QAPI is more than just a set of principles. It's the foundation for improving care, outcomes, and quality of life. It ensures that residents can live their best lives by proactively addressing problems before they escalate. It keeps the facility safe, compliant, and focused on excellence. Grounded in Element 1, Design and Scope, and Element 2, Governance and Leadership, QAPI provides a clear framework for involving everyone, residents, families, and frontline staff, in creating practical solutions. This collaborative approach fosters trust, teamwork, and a sense of shared purpose. Ultimately, QAPI strengthens the entire facility, benefiting residents, staff, and the community that it serves. With the fundamentals covered, it's time to turn theory into action. Implementing an effective QAPI plan can be challenging in our fast-paced environments. But remember, every voice really does count. To illustrate this, let's step into a role-playing scenario. Imagine you're in a facilities conference room during a QAPI meeting. You're joined by key team members. First, we have the administrator, Lucy Entire. She's leading the initiative. Next, we have nurse aide, Sunny Dazer here, and she believes the new process will increase her workload, but she does add a lighthearted touch. Then we have the director of nursing, Ima on the ball. She's supporting the administrator, but is skeptical about staff engagement. Then we have our nurse, Ivana Help You, initially resistant to changes and a bit overwhelmed by the workload. Finally, we have our infection control nurse. Ivy got the chops. She advocates for infection prevention every chance that she gets, and she provides expertise with a touch of humor. Hi, everybody. Thank you all for coming to today's meeting. You know, lately we've seen an alarming rise in infections among residents, particularly over the last quarter, and that's including UTIs, respiratory infections, skin infections, all across the board. These infections have led to several hospitalizations. As part of our QAPI initiative, we're forming a performance improvement team to tackle this issue.
Basically, our residents are tired of us living in a germ hotel. And let's be real, none of us want to book a stay at Germ B&B either.
I get it, really, but we're already drowning in work. Now we're adding hand washing lectures and more meetings. It's like asking me to pick up the dry cleaning while I'm in the middle of running a marathon.
Well, think of it this way. Fewer infections equal fewer emergencies, which equal fewer sprints down the hallway at 3 in the morning. Your feet will thank you.
So less running means more time to sneak a snack between rounds. Count me in.
Well, exactly. This isn't about piling on more work. It's about working smarter, not harder. Preventing infections helps everyone in the long run.
I do see the value in this, but with all of our staffing challenges, it's hard to prioritize. How do we make this manageable?
Don't worry, we're not about to turn this into a Broadway production. Though if we did, I'd vote for the hand hygiene dance number. Picture it, jazz hands, but sanitized.
Let's use the 5 Whys tool to dig deeper into why infections are happening. Ivy, can you help us get started?
Let's do it. Why are residents developing more infections? And no, the answer isn't because they can.
It's because people aren't washing their hands enough or doing it correctly. They're thinking, oh, they're clean enough. Spoiler alert, they're not.
Exactly. So why are we washing our hands as often as we should?
We're rushing all the time. And let's face it, the soap dispenser in room 12 has been empty since Y2K.
Room 12 soap? A true crime mystery. Don't worry, we'll solve it.
So, we've identified some root causes. We have inconsistent hand hygiene, lack of supplies, and time pressures. So next we should probably test some solutions. For example, assigning somebody to check those dispensers every day, maybe having hand sanitizer at every door, and running quick hand washing demos during shift meetings. Let's try those things for a month.
Okay, but only if the hand washing demos come with snacks. I'm more motivated when I'm fed.
Deal. Sanitized snacks only. Well, thanks for coming back together again. It's been 3 months, and I am thrilled to report a 35% reduction in infections. We've had fewer hospitalizations, fewer emergencies, and fewer complaints from room 5 about how we're spreading germs like confetti.
Confetti's for celebrations, not coughs. And the residents have noticed the changes. One even told me, I don't know what you all are doing differently, but keep doing it and bring cookies.
I admit I was skeptical at first, but seeing fewer emergencies has really made my shifts less chaotic. And hey, I finally stopped dreaming about running down the hallways.
Yes, this definitely has been a win for everyone. Staff morale is better and the residents are healthier. It shows that small changes can have a big impact.
And this is exactly why QAPI matters. And let's remember, fewer infections mean fewer crises, which means happier staff and residents. Now, who's ready for those cookies?
Only if they're served with a side of hand sanitizer.
I hope that scenario gave you some ideas of how to encourage your staff to become more involved in the QAPI process. If you would like to explore this subject in greater detail, just reach out to your quality improvement specialist. We're here and ready to help. To close today, let's remember the importance of assessing your current QAPI status and finish by completing a short evaluation.